I want to bring in Niles Edward Francis. Niles contributes to election forecasting outlet Decision Desk HQ. He has a large online following among politicos from his home state of Georgia, especially. Oh, and by the way, Niles happens to be 18 years old. He just graduated from high school in the middle of this pandemic. Niles, thanks for your time. I know how busy you are. First of all, how did you get interested in politics and election mapping and forecasting?
Well, I'd say my interest in politics runs in the family. A lot of, my grandfather and a lot of my relatives are interested in politics, but I'd say that my interest in election forecasting and numbers and things like that, most of that is self-taught. Like after the 2016 election, I was really interested in the numbers and the data behind everything. So in the 2018 elections, I really saw firsthand, different data points and things like that. So I'd say a lot of my interest in forecasting and numbers are self-taught.
Niles, you've also taken political action yourself. You participated in the protests after the 2018 Parkland shooting. An email of yours to a state lawmaker about lockdown drills even led to some draft legislation. Your testimony at the Georgia State Capitol. Young Americans want change, but it hasn't always translated at the polls. We just heard from President Obama there a few moments ago. What else needs to happen? What else needs to be done to appeal to young voters specifically to encourage their political engagement?
I'd say social media use is a great way to go about getting your message out to young people. One of the things that I like about Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and several of the new, younger politicians and lawmakers is how they utilize social media to get their message out there. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, she uses Instagram a lot to, tell us how, what she's doing and how things work in Congress. And I think that's how you relay your message to younger people is to, get social media savvy, develop a really great online team and, just utilize social media because that's where young people are getting their news these days.
Niles, I've read that some of Georgia's candidates and lawmakers, they follow your feed for maps and information. Admittedly, so do I. Just for an example here, this is just one of your maps that you tweeted out a few months ago where you dug into Stacey Abrams' 2018 gubernatorial run. Our show's been keeping an eye on the two Senate races there in Georgia. We've talked to several of the candidates involved. As an analyst, Niles, what's your take? Is Georgia really as in play for Democrats as they hope it is, as they say it is?
Well, Georgia is a state that should be in the bag for President Trump. It's not. He's spending money here. Like just yesterday, his son, Eric Trump, was in town. And I believe Donald Trump Jr. is in Savannah today as well. So I believe the president and his campaign know how close Georgia is. And Georgia's changing demographics in the Atlanta suburbs and counties like Gwinnett, Cobb. We've seen, huge minority populations in those counties, and we're seeing large swings in those counties as well. So I think the president's team is aware of how close Georgia really is, and I think Vice President Biden is going to make a serious play here. I think he's going to be spending a lot of money here, and like you mentioned, Georgia has two Senate races. The only state in the country with two Senate races this cycle. So I think the Democratic Party is really going to prioritize those races, prioritize Georgia because of those races.
Niles Edward Francis, we will have to leave it there, but I'm fairly certain we'll be talking again at some point here in the future. In a few years, when you can get some college credit, hit us up for an internship, buddy, okay?
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Craig.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.